and it's something that I've been studying and been into for the last maybe 5-6 years. So I've been doing it for a while, and a lot of it's really accessible. So if you've ever wanted to make a film, hopefully some of these steps will help you out. When you're starting, it's easy to get discouraged, and you might get some really bad feedback. I got hired the first time I made a film for someone. I got hired to film a family event, and I never touched the video camera before, and I spent hours and hours editing and shooting it, and then I got an email back and it said, "Cannot watch as is." So it's pretty discouraging, but even if you get that bad feedback, it's important to bounce back. And then there's times where awesome things happen, and a little while after that happened, I made a video for a Spirit Airlines competition, and I won a free airline ticket out of it. So
Nice.
There's some pretty cool things to be had, and if you get bad feedback, then don't let that put you down. The nice thing about video nowadays is it's becoming more and more accessible. If you have an iPod, small flip video camera, even the small video cameras, they're getting cheaper and easier to use. So chances are the thing that you have in your pocket can shoot a video, and there's no reason not to make one out of it. When you want to make a video, it's important to do a bit of pre-production, not just go straight into shooting it. First thing you really want to do is think of what type of film you want to make. Do you want it to be funny? Do you want it to be scary? And brainstorm with your friends, write down your ideas, and see what exactly it is you want to be. After you do that, next thing you need to do is write a script. Script is kind of just writing down the dialogue between the different characters, where it's happening, what the scene's looking like, what's going on. It's kind of similar if you're writing a play or anything like that. Here is an example from True Grit, Coen Brothers movie that came out not too long ago, and it kind of sets up the scene and then says how the camera's moving. So it doesn't have to be that elaborate, but it's definitely important to write down what you want to be in a film. Before you go out and just start to shoot, the next important thing you need to do is make a storyboard. A storyboard is basically a set of pictures that you're drawing that is saying how the shot is going to be. So instead of just going out and shooting and trying to figure out what the best angle is, on set or wherever you're shooting, and that's really not that good, you want to write it out and draw it out beforehand. So you're not just trying to figure it out, when you have other people there with you, whether it's actors or friends, because they never seen the way you can. And this is one of the first storyboards that I saw a few years ago, and it's a storyboard from Alfred Hitchcock's stories, and it's a scene where birds are attacking the restaurant. So that's pretty cool. After that, it's time to get into production and start shooting with your friends or whoever you're doing it with. What separates a really bad film to something that's easier to watch is not a lot. One of the most important things to keep in mind is sound. If you can't hear what the person's saying on screen, because usually the video camera is going to be pretty far away from the action that you want to be shooting, to buy a cheap external microphone, like $10, $15, whatever it is, and put it closer to the person's mouth off camera, your thing will sound that much better, and your video will be that much better. The thing after that that's also just as important as sound is lighting. If you can't see the person's face and the image is too dark or too washed out, that's not going to be good. So, this is a professional lighting set. If you just take lamps from around your house and put them in the room, that'll make your thing a lot better. And for some reason you can't do that, shoot outside. You want to be getting some shadows, you want to be getting the faces. Don't shoot too late at night, don't shoot too early in the morning. You want to do it when you have a nice day outside and you can see the details on the person's face. After that is post-production. If you have a Mac and you have iMovie, if you have a PC, then you have Windows Movie Maker. Both programs come for free on the computer, so they're really pretty easy to use, and there's lots of tutorials online. And it's not that bad, and if you can't find it, just go on YouTube, search how to do something. But all these things are, they're free programs, so it's not like you have to pay a lot of money to get them. And then when you're done with that, put it on YouTube, show your friends, and that's pretty much it. Just share it with people.